Uber is shutting down while others are launching. 100 million euros is going to the Baltics. Top startups in the whole of Helsinki and the Nordics. And 2 funding rounds in this week's episode of 3 Minute Friday. My name is Dimitri Sarle and I am back. So, the biggest news of today is the fact that Uber is basically shutting down in Finland. What they said is that they're only shutting down Uber Pop, but at the same time, I've never actually seen an Uber Black car. They've been having a lot of problems, from the CEO of the whole company stepping down, to sex scandals, to the CEO of Uber in Finland being sued. That's a lot of problems. So, that means Uber is not actually doing very well. At the same time, they have a valuation of more than $70 billion. And to me, that sounds like a bubble about to burst. And rightfully so. One of the biggest problems I have with companies like Uber is the fact that startups right now are raising a lot of money under huge valuations, but they don't actually have a viable financial model. I mean, you can't really make money driving Uber in a sustainable way. Unlike taxi companies where everything is calculated, from the fuel cost to the depreciation of your car, but when it comes to Uber, the finances just don't work. So it's about time that somebody figured it out, and the market did. At the same time, another company called Cab Online actually bought one of the biggest taxi companies in Finland called Kovanen. And that company has been around for a while and they have a pretty decent turnover, around 25 million euros. But they bought Kovanen and they're going to expand. What they do basically is normal taxi services, but now they're combining it with new and innovative app solutions. So they are one of the biggest operators of cabs in the whole of the Nordics right now. That's pretty cool, and for me it's very interesting to see if cabs or companies like Uber will actually win the market. Moving on from cars to infrastructure. In the Baltics, there was a 100 million euro fund launched by BaltCap in order to invest into infrastructure projects and startups and companies. And when it comes to infrastructure, that means anything, from roads to electrical lines to sewage to anything that's basically infrastructure. And what is really interesting about that is, I was thinking about it the other day, is that all the infrastructure that we have right now is really old. And if we were to start again, we probably would not even build roads the way they're built right now, and would figure out a much smarter and more innovative ways of doing that. I wonder if that can still be done, or we are faced with old infrastructure for hundreds of years to come. In Helsinki, there's a new website around called My Helsinki, and that is basically a website for anybody interested in Helsinki to find out more about the city. And together with the city of Helsinki, we actually came up with a list of the top 10 startups that you should know in Helsinki right now. And these top 10 companies are, in no particular order, Vainu.io, Verto Analytics, Armada Interactive, Neverthink.tv, Block.ai, Dark Glass, Next Games, Rescue Club, Softagram, and last but not least, Money. Do check them out. We're gonna update the website every month with top 10 startups to check out in Helsinki. And if this was not enough and you want to figure out what are the best startups in the Nordics and best founders in the Nordics, then now's the time to go to the Nordic Startup Awards website and check out all the nominees across the whole region for the best startup, best investor, best founder, and many more other categories. So if you're interested in the region, this is the place to be right now. Moving on to funding rounds, and Solvoltaic out of Sweden raised 18.3 million euros, and basically what they create is the new way of solar cells for collecting energy from the sun. They promise that once their technology is up and running and operational, they will be able to increase the efficiency of what is available on the market right now by up to 50%, making solar energy that much more efficient and affordable. I personally can't wait to see that happen and put it up on the roof of my house. And another funding round that happened this week was for a company called Inject, and it was a crowdfunding round that was run on Invest, the crowdfunding platform. They were aiming to raise only 250,000 euros, but they actually ended up with 1.6 million. What the company does is basically create new types of needles in order to help doctors to do, for example, biopsy. What they do is, once you use the needle that is developed by this company and you insert it into the skin, it tells you exactly when to stop inserting it further. And that can have very profound implications when it comes to medicine and biopsy. That wraps up this week's 3 Minute Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Evely, for your continuous and awesome support. See you all next week, and do let us know if you want us to cover anything in specific and if you want us to cover your company. Thank you very much. Over and out. Ta-ta.